Time. You are officially incinerated. Welcome to Incense and Common Sense, the live streams that we do here on the Alert Zone TV. Shout out to everybody because this is a worldwide movement. I would love for you guys and girls to become active citizens. Y'all already know how to do that. With that being said, I hope everybody's having a good night. We're going to do like always. We're going to give everybody a couple minutes to come up in the room. As you come in, make sure you hit the likes button. Make sure you subscribe. If you're new here, welcome. We appreciate your participation. We would love to have you back over and over again. We got over 900 wonderful pieces of info here on this channel. So I'll give everybody a couple minutes to get in here. It's kind of wet up here right now. I was going to do a video outside earlier, but I couldn't find a good spot. I wanted to just talk about the changes of the weather. All right, my buddy Jason, what's going on? We got Jason. Appreciate you stopping through. I know you got your thing going on. We definitely appreciate you stopping through. Make sure everybody, as you come in, you give this video a like. Same old soup, Jason, just reheated. Same old soup, man. I seen you out there on your range, man. I'm proud of you. I'm gonna say this publicly. Jason Ewing, our brother White Rambo, make sure you subscribe to his channel. He got his range coming together. Man, I like that. I like that. Definitely, you know, you've done nothing but encourage this channel since you came through here, you and your wife. So definitely shout out to you, your wife, and your family, man. Y'all go check him out. Oh, yeah, man. Appreciate you stopping by always. Yep, I give everybody a couple minutes to get up in here. Like I said, you know, it's kind of chilly out here. The weather is changing. So if you're not used to shooting outdoors, yeah, this is the time to learn. Also, since this is a worldwide movement, to anybody that's in the chat live, that catches this live, or you catch the replay, if you in Jamaica, or if you have family that's in Jamaica, let me know how they doing over there. I see that storm is barreling down pretty good. Melissa, Hurricane Melissa, I believe it is. You know, I know we got people that's from Jamaica that friends to the channel, Dr. T, my brother Well Dressed Tactical, on top of other people, you know. So definitely we don't want to see the loss of innocent life nowhere. And me being a New Orleanian, you guys and girls know I know how it is with these hurricanes. So I hope everybody is being safe. For everybody that's affected, I wish y'all a speedy recovery. So definitely. I finally, my little like head camera, I finally took it out the box and charging it up. I'm still trying to kind of learn it. You guys and girls just work with me. As I get used to that thing, I'm gonna probably do a couple trial runs with it and get it to working. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well, man. Appreciate you coming in. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. I'm doing well, man. Just trying to work on taking the channel and this movement to the next step. You know, definitely working on doing that. So hope everybody's good. You know, but like I was saying about my head-mounted camera, working on learning it. You know, like I said, you'll probably see a couple trial runs. I may post it online so you guys and girls can give me feedback, but we're working on getting a lot done to this channel, man, so we can give y'all better content. Oh, yeah, you had a long day at work. Yeah, I know what you mean. I was home today. Had a couple loads. We couldn't agree on the price. We was way too far off, and one load canceled this morning. So, all right. We at the meat and potatoes with the 5-minute mark. So, Before I get started on tonight's topic, I want to say there's a couple female gun tubers I really want to shout out. Um, One, I haven't seen her. I don't know if she's still around. She was the first female gun tuber I ever subscribed to, Santee TV. If you see this, Santee, shout out to you. I just want you to know I haven't forgot about you. I used to enjoy coming to watch your channel with your little goofy behind. I used to get my laughs in with you, but I enjoyed your content. Um, Dr. T. If you guys and girls are subscribed to Alert Zone TV, y'all should be subscribed to Dr. T's channel. She does really, 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 really wonderful content. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point. Y'all make sure y'all get up on that if you're not up on that. Guns and Journey. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, you might have to hit me in the comment section. Cause that's what I do. I truck. I pull a flatbed. You might have to leave me your contact info. Maybe we might be able to do some business. Uh, but yeah, Dr. T, she does straight to the point videos. I like that. You guys and girls know I encourage the women to not only that's in this space, but the women to get armed. All right, we got Destro in the building. It's Dr. T, Guns and Journey, Santee TV, and I want to shout out Yoki Stirrup. We've kind of chit chatted in comment sections with each other back and forth. I think she does really dope content. I know she got a gun collection to die for. Definitely. You know, I've been on her live stream and what have you. She brought me up, so she's been supportive of this channel since it was the old channel. So, though, just right off the head, those are 4 female channels that I want to shout out. I also want to shout out the ladies that support this channel. When I started the Alert Zone TV, or I mean, my old channel, High Alert TV, you guys and girls know I had a series where I just made videos specifically for women. And then when I had to start this new channel, I told you guys and girls when I started the Alert Zone TV, I was going to talk about a lot of different things that's 2A related from a different perspective. And I've always thought about doing this because I seen the way the world changed. About ladies getting legally armed. So, for those of you who don't know, there was a female rapper, G. Ari. That's what I saw. If I'm saying her name wrong, you can correct me, but it said G. Ari in the description and what have you. Multiple videos. She was unfortunately killed in what looked to be a targeted attack. I don't know what it's about. I'm not going to say here nor there. There's a rumor that she dropped somebody else's location that lost their life. I'm not here to even talk about that because I don't know those details. I saw that car. Apparently her daughter, from the comment section, somebody from Chicago said that it was her daughter that was in the car with her. The daughter lived. All the shots was in the driver's side door. And what made me decide to go ahead on and do this live stream tonight is I was reading the comment section. Somebody pointed that out. It's scary enough being shot at, but as a female, I probably would be even more afraid to have that many bullets. I mean, you can tell this was a targeted attack. This was not random. She didn't catch a stray. After we do this live stream, for those of you who have multiple devices, you can go on another channel, what have you, that has more information. The picture that I saw it in multiple videos, so I'm assuming it's the car that she was killed in. It made me think about something I've said, and I continue to say on this channel. This is why I encourage y'all to find female gun tubers, ladies, because you might not feel comfortable hearing it from me because I'm a man. This is why I encourage y'all to get legally armed. The world has changed. I've seen several guys, several people in the comment that didn't like the fact that she was a female and this happened to her. But I say this, I've seen the world change. I'm 46. When we were young, boys didn't really hit girls. Boys would fight. If they had an issue with a girl, they would fight her brother or her cousin or somebody like that or what have you. And then I watched the world change. I watched different things. And because the allegations is that this was tied to some kind of a street justice, we're going to go off just that particular thing. I watched the streets and I watched men become more ruthless towards women. There used to be a time where if a woman was shot, everybody pretty much knew that had to be her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend or some guy she was in some kind of a, sexual relationship with. It was almost never that she was in the middle of something. Even if she set somebody up to be robbed or what have you, you would hear about her maybe getting stabbed or a couple of women running down up on her and busting her in the head with a bottle or something, but shooting wasn't the thing. I watched it turn. I watched dudes look past women's femininity. They stopped giving women passes for being women. Women started becoming fair game. And as women started becoming fair game, they started having things happen to them in the streets that you would hear about men. Rest her soul, we had a rapper in New Orleans named Magnolia Shorty. She was killed in a targeted attack. My understanding is it's the guy she was with that they were targeting. And the word is that she was hit 26 times with an AK-47. Well, a 7.62 round. We put it like that. At the time, that had been unheard of for a female. Even as bad as things was in New Orleans, that had been unheard of. But it started shedding light on something that was being whispered about, but not being really talked about publicly. So that's why when I started this YouTube channel, I decided I would have this discussion publicly. To ladies about the dangers of getting involved into the streets. It used to be women were off limits unless other women ran up on them. But guys would give them a pass. Like I said, sometimes they would take a gun and bat them in the mouth or what have you. Those days are long gone. Streets changed. Criminals have always seen women as soft targets. Most of your serial killers, most of them, females were their number one victims. And it was always catching them alone. Now let me go ahead on and say this, ladies. I know a lot of y'all have lost your lives. A lot of women lost their lives in domestic situations. To know that you got a ex that's stalking you, that's threatening your life, you should be armed. That's male or female in today's world. You know what? I'm gonna say this: loving the fun guy, the dangerous guy, the guy that's living on the edge, used to be an innocent thing. It's not anymore. The thing about the internet is everybody can see your post. I know a lot of y'all love posting videos about the kind of guys you like, um, that you with the smoke, and what have you. Especially rappers, and it's starting more and more female rappers. Rappers are the only group of entertainers that's not allowed to make certain statements or do certain things and not back it up in real life. See, I'm not gonna say that, but rappers can't rap about being a killer. Rappers can't rap about being a killer, being this and being that, cause somebody gonna test you. Don't matter. You don't gotta know them. Somebody gonna test you cause you rap about that. You can be an actor, you can be Al Pacino, and nobody will ever run up on you to see if he's really Scarface in real life. Nobody ever ran up on Joe Pesci. Yeah, well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody's welcome here. Man, at the end of the day, I tell everybody that can be legally armed, be armed. What's going on? I can't call it. Tactical Skillionaire. We got Tactical Skillionaire in the house. Appreciate you stopping through. Nevertheless, for female rappers that want to rap about gangster life, it look like the streets is gonna make you stand by what you say too. Like I said, I don't know the whole story about this situation. I just thought I would have a discussion about this because I read the comments, and a lot of people were kind of angered that why would you do that to a female? But the world we live in is equality is here. Equality is here across the board now, good and bad. For those of you who've been with me, you know the story. For those of you who new here, you may not know the story. The first time I ever seen a murder, I watched a woman kill her husband. And yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, half these rappers out here is supposed to be entertainment. That's what I listen to it for, the entertainment. I don't listen to it because I expect that guy. Nowhere in the world you're gonna tell me you killed 1,000 people and you're gonna get out here and brag about it and then be angry that you went to jail. But the first murder I ever seen was a woman kill her husband. And unlike a lot of people might think, she was always abusive to him. This lady used to drink a lot. She used to fight this man in front of us a lot, right out there in the courtyard, right in front of everybody. And eventually she wound up making good on her promise and taking his life. So, yeah, I did understand early the dangers of women. I never really dove deep into it when I was younger. As I got older, that would always replay in my mind. The kind of men we have walking around today, they don't see women as off limits anymore. They will blow your fucking head off. Some of them faster than they would shoot a guy. Now I know a lot of guys would say, well, a lot of people would say that that's a coward. I want you to take this into consideration. I made a statement and I'm gonna stick by this statement until the day I close my eyes. You can't have all the crime you have in the street without females being involved. You can't run a drug syndicate without women being involved. Why is that? Women are not the face of crime. They're not the face of violence. Women are not the face of drug trafficking. And when I say drug trafficking, I mean like on the Griselda Blanco type level. Women are not the face of that. There might be a lot more female kingpins out here than we know, but they're not the face of it. This is why you can have them launder money. This is how you can have Julio be killed, because it was a female that tracked him the whole day. Okay. Okay. You met her? She seemed like she was a very interested woman. But I was saying, make sure you smash that like button as you come in here also. Um, to the ladies out here, it's not what it was. I know you might huff, you might puff, and wish for the days, but them days gone. That ship done sailed, it went out in the ocean and it done drowned. These guys out here now, they will shoot you faster than they will shoot a man because they understand something. 9 times out of 10, it's a female that got people they know lured to be killed. I made a statement earlier. Every woman has at least one person in their life, one man in their life, whether it be husband, whatever. Yeah. They know somebody that'll come and crash out behind them, no matter what. Most moms know if she got sons, that she can pick up the phone and call her son or sons, and no matter how wrong she is, they'll come out and they'll shoot the whole block up behind their mouth, and she can be dead wrong. I just want to say y'all got to get out here. Y'all got to protect yourself. You have to ask yourself also, is it really worth it? I mean, I feel bad for the child that was in the car that had to see this, because that child will relive that for the rest of her life. Like I said, the allegations is that she did something that cost someone else their life, and this was a retaliation. I don't know how true that is. All I'm saying is, when they rolled up on her, you can tell they came to get her. Thank goodness that that kid didn't lose her life. But y'all got to be careful out here. You got to understand, the streets is not a game. Running up on men, getting up in men face and all that, it's not a game anymore. You're not gonna get a pass because you're a female. So a lot of these guys out here will knock you on your fucking ass. Yeah. You know what? We'll switch gears for a few minutes. We'll talk about that. That 1911 and 38 Super. You guys and girls have seen mine. If you're new to this channel, just about every firearm I own right now, I did a separate video on it. I have a Llama Arms 38 Super in 1911 with a 5-inch barrel. I love that firearm. I love it. For my research, it's a round that originated in Mexico. It was Mexico's version of the 1911. Yeah, that's a good thing right there. Um, to not just break your neck out there to a call, man, because you don't know, somebody could be calling you to your death. The graveyard and the jailhouse is full of dudes that got that call from that female that knew he wouldn't tell her no, and they went out there and they either went to prison or they went to the cemetery, and it was usually over something really foolish. Nevertheless, yeah, that 38 Superman, I intend on maybe getting one or two more of them. I would definitely love for them to be chrome, stainless steel, chrome, whatever you want to call it. You can't go wrong with that 38 Super, especially in that 1911 platform. It is just perfect for the recall on the 38 Superman. So definitely, I actually enjoy shooting that 38 Superman. I don't carry it much because, like I said, it's one of my, when I'm dressed up in dress clothes pieces. Okay, okay. We appreciate that info. We appreciate that info. That's why I like to do live streams with y'all from time to time, and just kind of have you guys and girls chime in. Like I said, as you come in, hit the likes button. We are basically having a talk with the ladies, but everybody's invited, about the dangers of the streets and the dangers that y'all face. We had, for a story I saw, there was a female rapper that was killed allegedly. It had to be a targeted hit because you can see all the rounds went through the window straight to her. But another thing, ladies, there's no such thing as a gun that's for a woman. Oh, shout out to Mrs. Outlaw, the Honest Outlaw's wife, because she does a lot of really good gun reviews. Also, you know, everybody handle firearms different. I know a lot of times women let the size of a firearm dictate what they're gonna buy. Make sure that you know it's something you're gonna be comfortable with. If a 45 ACP was the FN 545 tactical is what you feel comfortable with, then you carry that. If you feel comfortable carrying the 357, you carry that. Don't ever let nobody tell you that this is a good a female should only carry this or only carry that. Carry what makes you comfortable. You know, you guys know the Echelon is my thing. I still carry my Walther PK 380 quite a bit, just because it's 380. You know, if it was a full size 380, I think I would have just stayed with that. But you guys and girls know I carry that Echelon. That's my EDC. So, ladies, let me say this again. There's female content creators all over YouTube, all over GunTube. I say make sure that you tuned in to Mrs. Outlaw, Yoki Stirrup, Dr. T, Guns and Journey. I know she ain't. I know she probably got things going on in the background. If you see this, Guns and Journey, shout out to you. I did ask eyes and ears about you off line earlier because you came across my mind. You know, I just wanted to make sure you was alright out there. Hadn't seen you working for a while, so Autumn's Armory. That's another channel. I know she started off real young with her dad, but I mean, she can really shoot, man. I enjoy watching her channel. Sometimes, ladies, y'all might feel comfortable hearing this type of content from a female. You may feel like it's hard for you to accept from me. That's why I tell y'all check out these female gun tubers and support them also. As far as concealed carrying and things like that, they can give y'all tips on how to carry in different type of clothing. I always say this: get used to learning how to carry that firearm on your person, not just in your purse, because when a criminal approach you, the first thing they going for is your purse. All right, what's going on? Confidence Reloaded. We appreciate you stopping through. Make sure you smash that like button as you come up in here. Also, make sure you share this. Share this channel. Um, we just I think we have a really good variety of things for people to consume here on this channel. If you go to the gym and you don't know what kind of music you want to listen to, put on this channel and just listen to it while you walk the treadmill or ride the bike or lift weights or whatever it is you do at the gym. Or if you out shooting or you playing video game, whatever you're doing, consider putting this channel on your playlist. I know we have some really good, wonderful material here. You may not always agree with everything, but for the most part, I think our channel is very educational. Oh, the gun stop shop owners is selling snub nose. You know what? Since you brought that up, yeah, we'll go ahead and have some gun talk for a little bit. That's another thing I watch a lot of women buy because they think that it doesn't have recoil. I've known a lot of women to buy their first gun be a snub nose revolver, and when they finally go and shoot it, they don't like it because it's too strong for them. It's uncomfortable, and they bought it because it looks small. I'll tell you this: a 2-inch barrel revolver is a whole lot more snappier than a 4-inch or a 6-inch barrel. Ladies, if you're gonna buy a revolver, I say get the 4-inch barrel. Get the 38 service pistol, or get the 357 long nose. Okay, confidence reload. Okay, yeah, definitely. You know what? Let me see. Confidence reloaded. I'm gonna have to make sure I'm sub to your channel. Hold on one second. Y'all bear with me. Let me see if I can find your channel. Let me see if I can find your channel here. You know, me and technology are not really good friends. Okay. I just subbed to your channel. Confidence Reloaded. Appreciate you. You're definitely gonna see me in your comment section, cause you have been able to catch me on these lives. So shout out to you, Confidence Reloaded. Everybody that see this, make sure y'all go and sub to her channel. You'll definitely be seeing me drop into there from time to time and see what you got cooking on that channel over there. But yeah, like I was saying, snub nose revolvers. You guys know I got two snub nose revolvers. A 38, which when I was younger, that was the thing for me. Snub nose. I bought a 357 snub nose, and unfortunately, I bought that 357 snub nose, and I didn't shoot it when I first got it. Then I broke my arm in half. And if you from the old channel, you guys and girls know, the first time I ever shot that 357 snub nose was on my old channel. And for the people who pay attention to everything, they noticed after I fired the first shot, I almost dropped that gun. I almost decided not to shoot the other 5 rounds. And I only got a 5 round, not a 6 round. I almost didn't shoot the other 4 rounds out of that gun. I was like, nah, I think I've shot that gun one more time. Appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing to Confidence Reloaded. Y'all make sure y'all go and hit her channel up. Show us some support. There's a community. But I shot that 357 snub nose, and I almost dropped it on the first shot. I went ahead on because I was doing like a cylinder dump. Man, I don't think it was a couple years before I shot that gun again. And when I first bought it, I bought a box of 357 Magnums. and I still got that same box. I don't think I've ran through more than 10 rounds out of that gun. I do not shoot it. Uh, I got to get me another really good brace for my arm. Once I get my arm and my wrist braced up properly, then I'll shoot it again. But yeah, that's another big mistake a lot of people buy, especially women. Um, they come in the store, and I'm not picking at y'all, I'm just pointing this out. And they don't really know what they're looking for. All they know is they want a little bitty gun. And they see them little small, cute pink revolvers, some of them, and they buy them having never fired a firearm. It's not good. Yeah, yeah, it's like my 357, my 38 snub nose. I don't, I carry them from time to time, but I carry them to places I know I ain't gonna lead them. Like I'm gonna run and pick my daughter up from school, or I'm going to run to the ATM, or I'm going to run to put gas in the car or something and come right back. I don't usually carry those two guns on me like all day as my only protection, because I mean, if I had to hit something with it, I could, but yeah, my arm gonna be hurting afterwards, so I don't carry them as much as I thought I would. Yep, yep. So like I said, just get what's comfortable to you. Now I will say this: the Taurus G2C, G3, those two guns have been probably the biggest surprises of anything I own. You know what? That tactical skill unit. What do you think about? Do you like that Hellcat? Um, I've never fired one. There's a guy here in town where I buy my ammunition. He carries the Hellcat Pro. Do you like those? I was kind of iffy about buying a Hellcat, and I can't even tell you why. I was kind of like a regular gun guy said about the Springfield Cooler. He just looked for every reason not to buy it. He couldn't even tell you why he didn't want to buy it. Yeah, I carry that Echelon. That's the first Springfield I ever bought. I think about the Hellcat, and sometimes I know the Hellcat be on sale, and it'll come with the optic already on there. You know, definitely, like I said, the G2C, the G3, the G2 full size was probably the biggest surprise of any guns that I own. I just figured it's Taurus, it's cheap. We all know Taurus reputation. This gonna be a waste of money. And yeah, I probably put 500 rounds through that gun, that G2C, and I've never had a jam. 365, okay. Chamberlain 380. Yeah, you know what? I would love to see a 4.5 inch. You know what? The Echelon, I'll tell you. I'm gonna tell you now. I swear by the Echelon. Man, that's a smooth shooting pistol for me. Man, I swear by that Echelon. I mean, I ain't no staccato or none of that, but for something to EDC or something that you want to have for a nightstand or what have you, okay, the G3C is the truck gun. Yeah. The Gerson Browning high power clone. Okay, okay. But yeah, that G3, man, I mean that Echelon. Yeah. I was very surprised. You guys and girls know I had that, or I was gonna go with the Ruger RXM. I just like the Echelon because it's full size. Although the RXM I think is a really good gun. I haven't put a lot of rounds through it, but yeah. Uh, you said you was in that car accident. As you can see the scar here. There's a plate in there, and there's a plate in the forearm right there. You can see that scar, and it's 6 screws here and 7 screws in there. So then you see I got the 2 fingers of damage. So I definitely know what you mean about going down to that 380. Yeah, this happened in 2018, Mother's Day, 2018. Fell off an extension ladder and my arm, like as I was falling, I was probably 20 feet in the air. As I was falling, my arm went in one of the rungs and it broke in half. I didn't know it was broke till somebody told me, but yeah, that's what happened. So that made me even more conscious about what I carry. Because for a while I was carrying the Ruger SR45, Big Nasty. Big Ugly. Y'all know I call it Big Ugly. And with the exception of a firing pin, I've never had to worry about that. Tactical shotgun for home defense. Yeah, that's a good thing too. Tactical shotgun. Yeah. So I always think about when I EDC, I try and carry something that I can comfortably deal with in case I ever have to. Nah, I haven't tried that one yet. I need to work on that. I just stay with here, and what I wind up doing is just carrying something that I feel is real comfortable that I can shoot, and it didn't make my arm swell up. So for a while I didn't carry a 45 except when I went in the woods. Um, I went to 380. Well, I had bought a 380 right before that, so I started carrying the 380 a lot more. Made it my EDC, and it was something I felt comfortable with in a situation where I know I'm gonna be in a lot of people, and if I had to defend myself, I can put rounds on the person I need to put down. Cause I always tell people, I think about this. If I ever have to defend myself, I want something I can handle because I don't ever want to have to shoot an innocent bystander. I don't want to have more than what I can handle. And I think everybody should take that into consideration. Like I said, I do carry. Now that I've worked with it, my grocery store / movie theater gun is my M&P 45 2.0 compact. It's a compact 45 in case somebody want to come in through the exit and throw a damn smoke bomb like in the Batman movie. Well, them 45 ACPs will get me out of the door. That'll 7 rounds plus one in the head. That'll get me out of the movie theater. That's all it's for. It's not for a gunfight. It's just to have some cover fire to get out of there. But for the most part, I like to carry what I'm comfortable with. Just like I said, I always think about it. If I ever had to defend myself in public, it would be hard for me to deal with. Even if I put the threat down, to have something that's too strong for me, that I wind up putting an innocent person down, I try and keep that into consideration. I always think about the general public when I'm carrying, so that's definitely a thing, But yeah, that's I appreciate everybody that's able to tune in, that's gonna catch this on the live stream. Everybody, make sure y'all support these content creators out here. Man, we do wonderful work. Confidence Reloaded, make sure you subscribe to her. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to her. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. Show her some love. Definitely. We appreciate you coming through. First gun with the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 40. My dad sent that. Okay. Mainly, my home defense is the SD 40 VE. I think I need to change the firing pin in it. And maybe just take it loose and clean it real good. The last time I took it out, I had a couple of hiccups with it. So I still have something extra by the bed with me for just in case, But yeah, 40 cal, that's a good home defense. I did, now, for a while, that SD 40 was was not only my home defense, but it was my travel gun. So let's just say in my personal vehicle, I'm going across state lines. I always had that gun with me and maybe something else depending on where I was going. But that was my primary defense, you know. And I think if it came down to it, I still trust my life with it. I think the SD9 is a little bit more reliable. Although the problem with the 9 is it's more snappier to me than the 40 is. But that SD9 VE, I've had that since 2014, and I know I got 1,000 rounds through it easily. I've never had a jam with that gun. You know, I know some people do 1,000 round reviews and 2,000 round reviews of guns. Look, I don't have that kind of sponsorship to just get out here. And I do think about this. The average person is not gonna run through that many rounds in a gun in their lifetime because the average person don't go to the range like that. There's people that buy a gun today, they'll have it for 30 years and never fire it once because they assume because it's new that it works. There's people that periodically go out and shoot once in a blue moon. So, you know, I personally don't do torture tests and all that, you know, throwing it in mud and stuff. Just because I'm doing this pretty much for the everyday ordinary person, you know. For guys that's in security, armed security, military or what have you, yeah, now there's channels that's for them as far as particular firearms, putting them through the elements to make sure that they still shoot. So I do understand what's the logic behind it. I just don't do it. You know, like I said, I don't have the time and I definitely don't have the money and the sponsorship to buy a gun today and film myself shooting 1,000 rounds through it and showing a review, you know. I just know for the guns that I shoot the most, what I trust my life with and what I think is iffy. And you guys and girls know that high point that I got, I'll never trust my life with that. You guys know my AB10 from Intratec. Anything that says Intratec, you guys and girls know that ain't nothing but a fucking Jam-O-Matic. I am not gonna trust my life with that. Other than that, I can tell you pretty much every other gun I own. If I had to grab it, I'm about 98% confident that every other gun I grab besides those two, oh yeah, my 300 Blackout, that's fucking dead. Everything else will go boom. So I'm not worried. I know all my mechanics, oh go boom. I know all my Smith & Wessons, so go boom. My Walthers, my HK, everything else I got, I'm pretty sure if I had to grab it out the safe and start shooting, I ain't got to worry about it. It'll go boom. Just those two. If I ever had to grab my high point out of the safe, it's going to be because I'm going to bust somebody in their fucking head. You know what I'm saying? 50-50 AK, you bet your life. I still wouldn't stand in front of the barrel of one. But you guys and girls know what I'm saying. Yeah, you know what? Go and check out the video we did here called High Point Stories. I ain't gonna say I'm broke, I'm frugal. I can tell you that. So, yeah, definitely, like I say, you know, it's just, for the ladies, I just want to encourage y'all, there is no such thing as there is no such thing as a gun that's not for women. At Arm 5, Tactical Tina was out there shooting. My goodness, you guys and girls seen a short that I posted on my channel. Yeah, in real life, she shoot like that. I mean, she was out there shooting her behind off. I mean, she was game for shooting everything. You know, so, you know, I love to see that there's more and more ladies that's getting involved in shooting. You right about that in this damn deranged economy, boy. You just don't know. You just don't know, man. You just don't ever know what'll happen. And I'm into trucking, man, and we already kind of having our issues, you know, where it's kind of up and down and what have you. So, yeah, I have to be careful. I can't get out there and just spend. Now, if I was making money, enough money off merch and views and stuff like that, that would just go to support the channel, yeah, I probably would have more firearms on here. Yep, you're right about that. So, um, yeah, like I said, everybody, make sure you hit the likes button. Damn, it's been almost an hour that I've been on here. I'll go to the 1 hour mark and then I'll let you guys and girls get out here and enjoy the rest of y'all night. I appreciate y'all stopping by though. We just have these conversations um, just because I think that they are very relevant to everybody's safety. And sometimes people from other walks of life may be able to alert you of dangers that you may not see. And besides the domestic part of violence against women, and besides these maniac serial killers, for women that's into the street life, like I said, from being out there, you can't have big organized groups without women being involved. You just don't see them that much. But they're involved. They're more involved than you think they are because they fly under the radar. Ladies, if y'all gonna choose this life, you gotta understand something. The men not gonna give you a pass because you're a female. They gonna put it on you. If you're gonna be out there, be strapped. If you're a lady and you ain't into all that, still be strapped. Get out here and protect yourself. Firearms have been demonized to the point where it make women naively not protect themselves. Let me say this, because this needs to be said, and it needs to be said like this. For those of you who have a significant other, like you love to get in their face, or y'all get chest to chest with each other and send out threats, don't you send that personal threats without having something to back yourself up. Because sometimes they come to make good on them threats. And there are always these guys in particular that go to these women's jobs and catch them coming out the door, and they banking on the fact that you ain't got nothing on you anyway. That bat ain't gonna do you no good when he got that 9 or he got that 40 or she got that 40 coming behind you. That bat ain't gonna do you no good. That pipe ain't gonna do you no good. That little knife that you keep in your purse, they ain't gonna do you no good. You're gonna need some steel. You're gonna need some lead to respond with. And they bank on you not having that. These dudes in the streets, they bank on these women that they're shooting up not having nothing to protect themselves. It's a cold world. It might be hard hearing it from me. Maybe you may have to hear it from a woman to believe it. Get out here and protect yourself, man. It ain't what it used to be. Like I said, there is no more, I'm not going to hit her because she a female. A lot of these dudes will hit a woman faster than they'll hit a man. Guys and girls used to say that was because they was punks and it was less than men. Well, the world has changed. And the world don't care if that's what you think about them. They will put it on your butt. So you definitely got to get out here and get legally armed. I say this also, ladies. If you're new to firearms, if you're thinking about getting your firearm, find somebody you know that's legally armed and go to the range with them. Have them take out multiple firearms so you can find something that you're comfortable with. Because what makes me comfortable may not make you comfortable. I may be comfortable carrying a 9mm. Hell, you may be comfortable carrying a 45. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing masculine about that. You're carrying what you need to get the job done. And that's what I want y'all to think about. If you don't really know about firearms, ladies, when you go make your first purchase, take somebody with you, male or female, that you don't know what they're talking about. So you don't walk out of the store with something that's not going to serve you a good purpose. I forgot who it was mentioned it, but snub-nose revolvers. If you've never fired a gun before, I think that's the worst thing you can do is go and buy your snub-nose revolver because it's small and it don't look like it got a lot of recoil to it. That's a big mistake. It takes more to shoot these revolvers than you think it does. It's something you got to practice on. As opposed to these semi-automatics, Smith & Wesson got the M&P Shield lined up, but they got the easy slides. That's really good to start out with. I guess it's better than nothing. Don't invest in a High Point as your primary firearm. Please, please don't invest in that as your first primary firearm. I'm sorry. We're in the golden age of firearms now, where there's entirely too many options that's affordable and that's dependable. Back in the day, you guys and girls don't understand how much the price of Glocks used to be. Glocks was to me, over expensive. Back in the days, we had Taurus with that, besides their revolvers, with that horrible service record that Taurus had. Larson with them squeeze trigger 25 ACPs that used to go off. Jimenez, Intratec. A lot of these companies that ain't around no more didn't sell nothing but straight garbage to you. Make sure you get something that's dependable, that you depend and can depend on your life with before you get out there and cost yourself your life. So make sure you're comfortable with it. Like I said, learn that firearm or firearms. I always say this: get your 2 pistols, get your shotgun, and get your rifle. The reason I say 2 pistols is 9 times out of 10, if you ever have to defend yourself, it's going to be with a pistol. 9 times out of 10. Having that second pistol gives you something to carry, because even if they came in your home and you put them down, or you were in your car and they yeah. They're gonna take that firearm and they're gonna investigate it. And that's something I don't think a lot of people understand. They're gonna take that firearm and they're gonna investigate it. You wanna make sure you still got something to carry on your person if you have to use your carry pistol to defend yourself. Now, if they came in your home and you use your shotgun, well, you still have multiple carry pistols and a rifle that can Bryco Jennings, yeah, still got the 9mm. Yeah. Like I was saying, you can still your carry pistol can have a double duty as your home defense. But yeah, these guns are a lot lighter. To me, for the money, you get more reliable firearms. And even now, most of these firearms getting to the points where the aftermarket accessories, just about every firearm they make now, got some kind of aftermarket support, as opposed to what they were back in the days. You guys and girls that's new to firearms don't understand what kind of trash there used to be out here. I mean, goodness. The Tech 9, the original Tech 9, with the shroud around the barrel, was a menacing looking gun. Only problem was you had to hope you got one out of the bunch that didn't jam, because they was jam-o-matics and they were known for jamming. Them Techs was known for jamming. So anything Intratec made, Tech 22, like I said, Jimenez. Y'all probably know some other companies that ain't around no more. Remington used to be real good, and when Remington got in all that trouble, man, they started selling fucking junk. As a matter of fact, while I'm on that subject, those Remington 22 Thunderbolts, I thought it was just me. I happened to be watching some hunting videos last night, and I came across a hunting channel. I think it's called Palms to Pines. He must live down in Florida. He was talking about hunting raccoons and stuff like that. And he was saying he had some CCI Stinger, because he was saying about, you know what? I'm going to respond to that in just a minute. And he talked about how much he didn't like that Remington Thunderbolt. I was like, good, now I know it ain't me. That is the worst ammunition I ever bought. That cheap shit, I won't even give it away because I'm so afraid of somebody getting hurt from it. I felt those fragments and with all that, with that Remington Thunderbolt, that 22 long rifle, with the lead head, that bullshit is in the back of my safe. I'll leave it back there. I'm not giving that shit to nobody. But speaking of Ruger and Remington being the Marine Corps of the USA, I've never had a problem with no Ruger I've ever owned. I've never had a problem with Ruger. Uh, Remington used to be it, and real quick, man, Remington started sacrificing their quality and selling people. You guys and girls know that's been here. For those of you who are new to the channel, I got a video where I'm showing my Remington 597 22 long rifle. It was broke for the time I got it out the fucking box, brand new. I waited for a while, decided to go shoot it. It came with a fucking broke trigger in it. Then it took forever for me to get the damn parts to get it repaired. I mean, and it just, I went and brought the Remington 25 round extended mag to go in it. It's from Remington. You put it in there, I don't care if you take a hammer and knock it in there. You fire one round and the motherfucking mag fall out the gun. So I just keep the 10 round mag in it. It came with a scope on it. That's why I bought it. It got a little bull barrel. It's a fun plinker. I like to take it to the range, but I don't feel the same way about it as I did when I first bought it. Because I bought it brand new and it was already fucking broke. Which is why I tell everybody. I don't care if it's Glock. I don't care if it's Staccato. Whatever it is. You buy your damn gun. Especially if you're going to take it to go hunting with, or you're going to go take it to protect your life, take the damn gun out there and make sure that damn thing shoot. Don't assume because it's this or because it's that it's going to shoot, or because it's new. It should work. Yeah, it should work. Problem is, man, you got a lot of people out here sacrificing quality, you know. You know what? I got that Llama, man, my 38 Super. I've never had an issue out of it. I love that gun. You guys have seen that gun on this channel multiple times, man. I've never had an issue out that gun. I've never let anybody shoot that gun that didn't enjoy it. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? Ruger's reputation has started to turn around when they went to the SR series. Then they went to security series and that RXM, man. I can really say that SR series and that RXM are really good. Yeah, Ruger had a so-so reputation. You're right. Taurus, my goodness. Taurus just had a reputation for letting out fucking jump, man. So, like I said, I think firearms then came a long way from what they were. They still got a ways to go with some of these companies, but I mean, yeah, you just, when you buy something, go try it out and make sure it works. You know, before I get out of here, I'll say this. For those of you who like to use extended mags, I got a philosophy. I'm going to run that extended mag 5 times fully loaded. If I don't have no issues with the mag, no issues with the firearm, then I'll trust my life with that extended mag. If I have too many issues, too many hiccups, well then I know I put the standard mag back in there and I don't have no issues. I know not that particular extended mag to don't use it. And that has kept me safe. You know, I'd rather have 10 rounds that shoot than 32 rounds that may or may not shoot. How they say back in the day, I need for sure money, not I don't know money. I need to know for sure when I pull a pistol, it's going to go bang. Not I don't know. All right, we got Mr. 57 in the building. Appreciate you, RMRX. We appreciate you for dropping through. We appreciate you for dropping through. This was supposed to be, I thought I was going to do maybe 30 minutes. We done been here a while. I said I was going to stop at the hour mark, and I'm still blabbing because I'm enjoying the conversation that we having in the chat room. So you know how I get sometimes. You know, sometimes I think it's just good for us to unwind and just have a chit chat with each other about different firearm topics. Because you know what? Yeah, Mr. 57. Yeah. Uh, just it's good to just have these conversations, man. You just never know. Some of us, somebody in the chat room, somebody that see this on the replay may have these particular firearms. Yeah, you're right about that. So yeah, like I said, Ruger has came a long way. I can say they discontinued this. You're gonna have to go to a pawn shop or maybe a gun show. If you run across anything SR from Ruger, get it. I'll tell you, I stand by the SR series, man. That SR series was really, really, really good lineup, man. They very, very reliable. I mean, they wasn't expensive, you know, but as far as going bang, man, that SR series, man, is really, and the RXM, man. I love to shoot my RXM. I don't carry it that much. I need to get some holsters. I need to get a holster for it, but from time to time, I'll take it out to the range. I got the CTS Crimson Trace 1500 on it. But so far, man, every time I pull the trigger on it, it goes bang. And it's not real snappy. That's what I like about it. It's about the same size as the SD9 VE. And man, that SD9, I love it because it's dependable. But as far as snappiness, nah, it's too snappy. Okay. Use a 12 gauge growing up, but I haven't shot a gun in 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. So definitely, like I say, it's the golden age of firearms. Everybody got their markets. Everybody got their target audience. And for the most part, now the high point carbines, and then I seen a video on that high point AR-15. I've always heard that carbine was really good. I know here when we had the general store, I mean, as soon as they would put them up for sale, they would sell them out the door. They would sell them like that carbine. The pistols, but with the exception of maybe High Point and what was it Sky, the SCCY, there ain't too many companies people frequently buy from that's not dependable now. You can usually get something that's very, very dependable out here for I don't even like to say budget. I like to say for affordable or reasonable price, Okay. I'll rest on to your dad. But yeah, that high point carbine, man. Yeah, I've heard that. I'm talking about guys and girls that got $3, $4, $5,000 guns. Talk about that high point carbine, man. And I don't know anybody that own one that wants to actually sell it. I mean, they people swear by them, man. Those pistols, oh goodness. You guys and girls have seen me test that on this channel. All right, we appreciate you for dropping in. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man, I hear that them rifles and them carbines, man. I hear that you can't go wrong with it. I think I'm gonna put it on my list if I'm ever able to catch one at a gun show and they don't try and rob me on the price. I might go ahead on and get that. Or there's this particular place I'm gonna go and visit. I'm gonna see if he'll do a deal with me. I'm trying to see if I can get him to let me review the used firearms that he get on this channel. Yeah, man. I tell you, you know what? Speaking of that, so I saw this video earlier about I think it's Lil Duval. I think it was Lil Duval was showing off a gold chain that he had bought, a Cuban link. He said he don't wear it because it's long, but since he bought it, it's tripled in value or what have you. And it made me think, people always telling you what to do and what to not do with your money. But when it comes to these firearms in this day and age, you just never know how much a gun might become legendary. Even if you don't think much of it. I'll give you an example. The Draco. Okay. The Draco. When the Draco came out, I think a Draco was 500-600 bucks. Most people got them for. You guys and girls know. There's a million video. Oh, Gold Desert Eagle. That's nice. There's a million opinions about the Draco. One thing I can say about those Dracos, for those of you who don't know, they've already almost doubled in price. You can't find a Draco for under $1,000 now. Even used, you can't find them for under $1,000. They're about $1,000 everywhere you go. I've yet to find one here lately that's used. Yep. And I can guarantee you right now, if you put that Draco for sale and you put 1,000, 1,200 on it, I'm talking about stock. Somebody will give it to you. Why Dracos appreciated, I don't know. You know what? You know what? They what, the Desert Eagle shoot like shit or the Draco? Let me know. Is he saying the both? You know what? You know what? I've seen a lot of videos about Dracos, man. I can tell you that's one of the popular guns that's about 50-50 split on what people think about them. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I was just finna say, rappers made the Draco so popular that no matter how horrible of a gun you may think it is, it's almost gonna be a collector's item. Before long, it's gonna be an investment because the rappers have made the Draco the thing to go to, and the value of them have shot through the roof. You know what I mean? You right about, the Desert Eagle. You right about that. A lot of people definitely lost their lives to a Draco. That's what I tell people. It's not for you to be able to shoot 300 yards with. If you up close and then go bang, that's a big old bullet. Yeah, that Desert Eagle. Maybe in 357 or 44, but a 50 AE, I won't be buying a 50 Desert Eagle because I ain't never gonna fucking shoot it. That's too much for me. That's an arm breaker. I ain't even gonna the from the reviews I've seen of Desert Eagles, I don't even think I would buy one of those to carry. I've seen too many videos of them failing. I think Desert Eagles are more of a TV folk thing than anything. You saw what for 2,800? A Desert Eagle or a Draco? Yeah, rappers and Set It Off. No. Was it Set It Off and Minister Society? The scene where AWACS just shooting the guy at the hot dog stand or whatever, and he pulls that big old Desert Eagle out. Yeah, I got my Desert Eagle. I mean, my SKS. Got it for $300 back in '98. Oh, okay. I appreciate you. I appreciate you subbing. Yeah, you're right about that. The only thing about them SKS is, man, if you got that damn the ring crow, that Chinese shit, good luck. It's the only thing I can say. Now, that Romanian and the rest of it, yeah. 50 caliber Glock, oh, that's too much for me. Oh, goodness. I guess it'd be like this for me. For some of the stronger guns, if I ever bought them, it would be like a showpiece. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I love my full size AK-47s, man. Um, I think in a close quarters battle, give me an AK. That's just a rugged gun. That Yugo, yeah, that Yugo is bad. That Yugo SKS, that is bad. That Yugo, and I think I've seen a Romanian. Those, that Chinese shit, that Norinco Chinese shit. Good luck. Twin Gen 22 has a fire gun collection. Okay, I'm gonna have to come check you out. Yeah, like I said, man, I'm in 5.7 and I got an AK. You know what? I don't own a 5.7. Although I've been having somebody telling me to get that PSA Rock. Uh, she swears by it. Just PSA Rock. Um, it's on the list. I haven't gotten around to it. I'm like I said, you guys and girls, I definitely appreciate y'all rocking with me. We're working on getting some things set up so that I can be able to get more firearms and have more time to do more firearm, more shooting. You guys and girls know the winter coming up here in Iowa. Um, on some of these really cold days where it's cold outside but it's not actually snowing. Uh, okay, got one in the safe now. Where it's not actually snowing but it's cold out, like maybe 0 or 10 below or something. You guys and girls know in the wintertime I still go out and shoot. Just to give y'all confidence of going out in the winter. You know, I'll be outside. I feel if I go out there, that'll encourage y'all. No, I haven't had a chance. Yeah, I live in Iowa. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to take my blackout down to Des Moines yet to get it looked at. I'm gonna get it fixed though. You know what? I appreciate everybody that watched that video, that commented on that video. Like I said, I have no shame. You know, it can. I learn so much from y'all. Not only when I do streams and things on this channel, but going on other channels and watching y'all material and going in the comment section. I learned so much from y'all. So I've never ever been shamed of anything I have jamming or malfunctioning. You know what? You in Iowa? I thought. No, I'm from NOLA. I was born and raised in New Orleans. I've been living in Iowa for the last 15 years, but I'm born and raised in NOLA. I'm born and raised uptown. Yeah. You know what? The 300 blackout ammo, I got it before the pandemic. As a matter of fact, I got 300 blackout ammo long before I ever got a 300 blackout because I knew I wanted one. And there used to be a time, man, that ammo used to be cheap up here before the pandemic. I used to be able to get 300 blackout ammo. And you guys know for my 300 blackout, I run the Winchester, the brass. And I know I got more 300 blackout now than I do 223, which is a shame. I need to rack up on my 223. But yeah, I've got a lot of 300 blackout ammo. Oh, you graduated from Xavier. Okay, okay. Xavier in the house. Xavier in the house. As a matter of fact, my family is from in that area. They from in Pigeon Town back there. Yeah, I remember we used to go to the fair at Xavier. Xavier used to have a fair back in the day. Yeah, I've been to a couple of like music fests and things that they had at Xavier. Yeah. And where Xavier University is up the street, they used to have this pool called a Dome. That's where they used to have the pool parties at back in the days. I'm pretty sure they don't do all that now, but the pool parties used to be at the Dome, and a lot of the kids, the college students from Xavier used to come back there. That was back when I was a teenager. So we used to be in the swimming pool with the college girls and shit. You know? Um, that's where Fiend, you know, from No Limit, when he was with Big Boy Records, Fiend and them used to be in there performing and shit. Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm gonna get the 300 blackout. Um, you guys and girls are gonna see me get some upgrades. Okay. About Far Cry. Okay. Um. Yeah. I say, this is the nutritious channel. It's the fruitful channel. I think we have the discussions here that need to be had. Um, I don't know everything. I like to bring certain conversations out so I can learn from y'all and so that we can all move forward. At the end of the day, as I always tell people, a threat doesn't have a face. A criminal doesn't have a face. I know we've been given the image. Yeah, thank you. Confidence Reloaded. We've been given the image of what a criminal looks like, but an image and a definition is two different things. As I say, Ted Bundy was never the image of a serial killer, but he was a serial killer. You can go down the line. No serial killer ever fitted the image that you have in your head. They give you an image of a monster, some guy that's got to be oversized and deformed. That's not how criminality works. Sometimes people tend to look for criminals and yeah, people tend to look for criminals that they may never run into. Sometimes you may be looking up the street and the criminal is standing right next to you. You never see it. This is why I have these conversations that I have. And this is why I tell people you have to always be aware of your surroundings. Sometimes your threat is not from the other side of town. Your threat is from right there, the side of town of you. And you just never see it. I live in a small town. I was born in New Orleans, in a big city. So it's like night and day. It's a big culture, drastic change. And I've had a chance to see that. That's why I can speak on it. Rural, suburban, and small town America got the same issues that they do in the big city. It's just the news choose not to talk about them. But it keeps happening. Even though people keep saying that don't happen, it keeps happening in these places. Believe it or not, Bryan Kohberger is more normal than people think. His crime just made the news. That's not abnormal for small towns to have a Bryan Kohberger. I'm just telling it like it is. I've been to 46 out of 48 states. I've been in remote areas. West Virginia, the reason they call it the Mountaineers is basically everything is built in the damn mountains there. Charleston, Blue Mound, I think one other city. The rest of everything else literally is in the mountains. The hills have eyes. Western Pennsylvania, once you get out of Philly, it ain't nothing but mountains till you get to Pittsburgh. As they say, it's Philadelphia in the east, Pittsburgh in the west, and Alabama in the middle. Idaho. I've never been to Idaho or Washington State. Montana. You guys have no idea how vast the state of Montana is and how unpopulated that state is. Wyoming. It's a couple of cities, and that's it. The rest of it literally is the fucking wilderness. Believe me, if you live in those places, you would be a damn fool getting armed. If you live in one of those places, you'd be a damn fool getting armed for some guy from the south side of Chicago that you ain't never gonna fucking see. That ain't not your immediate threat. Bryan Kohberger is. Utah. You guys remember what happened to him? Yeah, you right about Idaho about that. You guys know what happened to him in Utah while he was sitting there talking about south side of Chicago gangbangers. That wasn't who came and knocked on his door. So all I'm saying is, when you get armed, Make sure you understand situational awareness, as somebody said, and you understand the threat can come from anywhere. Stop getting prepared for something you probably never seen and you probably never will see. Don't let everybody propagandize you. At the end of the day, one thing about being law-abiding citizens and being in the Alert Zone TV is everybody is welcome. But I want you to understand here, you got to have an open mind. Evil is everywhere. You're right about that. Even in these rich neighborhoods. Remember, before Eric and Lau Menendez killed their parents, they was breaking in their neighbors' homes. So even being in the gated community. So we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm going to let everybody get out of here. This was definitely a fruitful, nutritious discussion. Need I say a dope discussion? Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get to check you out there, Confidence Reloaded. I appreciate you stopping through. I appreciate everybody stopping through. If you're catching us on the replay, make sure you hit the like button, comment, make sure you share. Go to Confidence Reloaded, subscribe. Go to Dr. T, subscribe. Go to Yoki Syrup, subscribe. Miss Outlaw, Guns and Journey, Miss Red Phoenix, Summer Shoots, She Fires, everybody else that I didn't name. Go to their channels, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you engage with them. If you're new to their channel, tell them Uncle James from Alert Zone TV sent you. I appreciate y'all. I will catch y'all on the next live stream. I'm not sure what we're going to do it on, but I'll try and give y'all a ahead of time notification. Also, I'm starting to see, for some reason, after 7 o'clock, we get more people that get to tune into the live stream. So besides Midday Mania, I think I'm going to try and set the live streams up to be done after 7 o'clock. Yep, you're right about that. So with that being said, everybody, appreciate y'all stopping by. Make sure you give the video a like, sub, and all that good stuff. And until next time, stay safe, stay armed, stay on high alert, and we out.